viewers, it's Tuesday on the Pagan Perspective, and this week we're talking about our Book of Shadows. Unfortunately, I'm at school, so I can't physically show you my Book of Shadows, but you guys have seen it before on my personal channel, so I'll just insert a picture or video here. So this is what my Book of Shadows looks like. It's actually just a unicorn journal. It has a cool cover on it, but it's basically just a blank journal that has some sort of designs on the pages, and this is what I use to write things in. A lot of people use their Book of Shadows to write down sort of like personal thoughts about the things that they do, like if a ritual goes well or badly or something like that. Just like after every ritual they'll write down like diary style, like what went well, what they want to change, or just what they plan to do. Some people just keep a record of what they have done in rituals so they know, what happened when, so you can sort of see the amount of time that things work and things like that. And other people prefer to just keep their Book of Shadows type thing to information, like color correspondences, what herbs mean certain things, what new tea you found out about, things like that. Now, I tend to distinguish a Book of Shadows from a grimoire in that way, in that a grimoire is supposed to be something, and this is just what I've heard, like looking up definitions and asking certain people, I've heard in the past that a grimoire is supposed to be the book that just has information, the best time to do this sort of spell, or this is what this kind of scent helps with, or like, just basic information, like stuff that you would look up in a million different books but condensed all into one so that you have one source for where you need to go for your information. On the other hand, the Book of Shadows is the diary style book where you write down all your personal thoughts about things. My Book of Shadows is those combined. I don't actually have like a separate grimoire type thing. My Book of Shadows is really just anything that I come across that I want to remember for later, I write that in there. And it started out as being a journal of the first couple rituals I did and things like that. I actually don't use it all that much, so in later years, if I actually decide to keep like my journal things separate from information, I think I will like come up with specific ritual formats that I really like and type that up like nicely so that I can always know like this is how I tend to do this, and put that in like a nice binder or something like that. I think a binder would be fine, and then just keep my journal ones for the journaling type stuff. So really I think the name Book of Shadows came from the fact that it's supposed to be your secret book, really just for you. It's your book of shadows, the secret things that not everyone see but that are always there in your practice. And I don't think that you should necessarily think that people are going to be reading your Book of Shadows as you're writing it, because it's supposed to be for you. It's really just supposed to be for you. Like, you shouldn't ever think like, oh, I need to make this look good or I need to make this sound right because someone else is going to read it, because they're not really supposed to. But I also write mine with the intention that someone else will be reading it down the line, because I feel like when I'm older, if I have kids, I will probably eventually, when they're ready to sort of know what my faith is like, give them my Book of Shadows for them to read what I've been through and learn from it and get a couple things from my previous experience. So I'm always looking at it in the way of, am I writing this clearly enough that someone besides me can understand it? But it's not like a formal thing or even a fearful thing that, someone's going to be reading this and they're going to be judging me. I just think of it as like, even some people like pass on their diary or their journal to their kids later on in life. So that's how I think of it, as just like my religious journal. Make a video response and show us your Book of Shadows, or just tell us what's in your Book of Shadows. If you don't call it your Book of Shadows, I don't know. I think it's kind of like an all-around term that everyone kind of knows what that means, at least. So I know it's been made really popular by Charmed, the TV show and all that, but I think all of our Book of Shadows is really extremely different than what theirs is like. So thank you, Kyle, for choosing this week's topic. We had a lot of things to choose from that were all kind of like simple, little, like just sort of quick introduction to topics. So I told Kyle to just pick which one he wanted to do this week, and it was Book of Shadows. So there we go. It's pretty good. And so we need some more topics, so keep suggesting and commenting and things like that. I'm sorry I don't remember who originally requested this topic. I think it might have been Vanna, but I'm not sure. So thank you to whoever suggested the topic. So I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Thank you very much for watching, and tell me how you liked the flip video. Talk to you later. Blessed be. I forgot to mention one very important, very special, very awesome thing, and that is that I made a Twitter account for the Pagan Perspective channel. So follow us on Twitter. The username is Pagan POV, which stands for point of view, which is synonymous with perspective, because you can't fit Pagan Perspective in a Twitter name because it was too long. So I just went with Pagan POV. I have it set up so that the only thing it tweets will be when we upload a video, it will automatically tell you that a new video has been uploaded. However, for some reason it's not working right now. So I'm working on getting that fixed. I have absolutely no idea why it's not tweeting. So the first 2 tweets on there are from me explaining that it will not be used for chit-chat. It's just going to tell you when we upload stuff, and the only people that we're going to follow on Twitter is if any of our members or substitutes are on Twitter, we will follow them. So we're not going to follow you on Twitter, but because we're not going to use it to talk. It's just to let you know when we've uploaded a video. And then the other tweet that I have on there is just stating that for some reason it's not working and I'm trying to figure it out. So I'm working on that, but feel free to follow us anyway, and then as soon as it's fixed, you'll start getting notifications when we upload videos. So yeah, that's it. So I'll see you next week.